Right. Welcome to what to look for 2.0, basically. So this is going a little bit more in depth of what it is that we're looking for before I'm going to invest and where to look for when I'm going to invest. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. And this is like going a little farther to where we're going to look for these coins. And how to find them. So let's share the screen. Okay, share. Well, let's take this out of the way. So check this out. In the same Coin Microcap, there's a section that it says recently added, right? So as you go, you're gonna see it right here. So these are coins that have been recently added to the coin market cap. So what does this mean? Basically, you see this right there, new cryptocurrencies added to coin market cap in the last 30 days. So these are coins that just came out. Sometimes this is updated almost every single day. You find new ones, maybe one is added and stuff like that. But it's often being updated. So here's the thing with this type of coins. As you can see, the price is very low in some of them, and some of them have names that you probably never heard of, obviously, because they're recently added. Excuse me, but they're more risky, but they can bring really good profit. Why? Because they're coins that have just been launched. That means that a lot of people don't know about it and the market cap is really small. So we have a lot of room to grow. Like I said, they're very risky because they're new projects. As it can go good, it can go really bad. So we're gonna go look into one of them, or let's look into a few. Let's look into this. Look at the price, it's under a cent. We're gonna see when it came out. Yesterday and then just trying to find information. But as you see, the information is very small. So we don't know who's behind the project. We don't know what the project is about. I mean, it says a little bit over here. And this is the only place where you can find it. So it's PancakeSwap, right? So understand that if you're going to jump into this, yes, there's a possibility of you making a lot of money, but I want you to know that it's very risky. So just look into it, boom, boom, boom. You read, you research on it, you start Googling, you start finding out information about it. And if you like the project, you go ahead and invest, right? Let's look for something else. When this comes into the picture, when it has a whole bunch of zeros in front of it, I don't really like it because you see the supply is huge. It's huge. So I don't, like I said, it could be a pump and dump, or it could be something happening in the girls' room. It could be a pump and dump, or it could be a really good, or I want to say it could be a really good project because majority of the time it won't be when you have this total supply, right? So be careful when you have coins that come out with all of the zeros. I don't really like it, but if you want, you can start researching and start seeing what could, look, start here, and then now it's all the way over here. It can keep going out. You can read more about it, find out more information. PancakeSwap, that's where it's at. So just little things that you should know. So like I said, this is another side, another place where you can find these coins that you could probably will most likely make a lot of money. Let's see if we can find something. Look at this one. Let's look for a name that is like cool. Let's look for this. Raj Bribe Protocol. That's the price. Look at the market cap. That's what you want to look for. and look at the supply, right? So market cap, supply. You have a little bit of like warnings of where, you know, you got to be careful. Like I said, this is a coins that had just been added. You can find really good, you can make really good money, or you can lose a lot of money. So it depends on you. So same thing, we look for something, we read, where is it at? Sushi Swap, never heard of this. I heard of Sushi Swap, I never heard of this one. But those are things that, you know, this is where you find those little coins that could become big coins, big coins, and make really good money. So you just got to be careful, right? This one in KuCoin, you also find new listings, and it's the same process. So all you have to do is click, right? Once you in crypto, you go to you just go to markets. Once you in KuCoin, you go to markets, and once as you're in markets, you go to new listings, and it will bring you right here, and there it is. Same thing, details. Let's click on one. Ocean. Let's see what it's about. I don't think there's information over here, but it tells you the price and where you can buy, right? So I don't know if it gives you so much data, but like I said, since this is newly added on your listings, they're more risky. But if they're already in KuCoin, that means that KuCoin has already investigated or has done some type of research to be able to allow this coin to be in their website. So I don't know why it's not loading, but yeah, something to check out. Look at this. This is something really cool. So it says Serve, an online survival simulation game which will support VR features in the near future. I like that. So we go information, right? Bitcoin is extremely proud to announce yet another great project coming to our trading platform. Blah, blah, blah. Trading begins or already started. So supply, market cap, right? And all you can do is look at this. All this is information where you can find about this. So this is another side where you find these coins that are more risky, but you can make some really good money on it. So what do I advise you? Research it and watch your risk, right? If you want to put 300, if you want to put $500, just know that if you win, you're going to win. But if you lose, you're going to lose all the 500 or maybe less. And also be patient. I like the idea of investing for like a year or 2 or 3, right? Holding a coin. One thing that I learned with this when 2017 was that I had to wait about 3 to 4 years to be able to see a reward. And so that's the time that I like giving in the coin. So that's something that you want to look at. Like I said, coin market cap recently added. They're more risky, but they could be worth it. So that's something to think about. And that's it. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.